Just want to welcome everybody today. We're back with another Kryptonaires AMA. We're talking to the LVT team today. We got Johnny and me here. We're going to be asking some questions to Nick and SF Frankie. Before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that I personally know SF Frankie in real life. We are friends. We met earlier this year and I got him into crypto, and he became a part of the LVT team last week. So just want to make sure that everybody is aware that we are friends in our personal life. So just want to let you know that we are not going to be taking it easy. If there's hard questions, we're going to ask them. So let's begin, and we'll go from there. So guys, you want to start off by introducing yourselves to the audience and who you guys are and what you do for the LVT team.
What's up, guys? Go by SF Frankie. Just call me Frankie. I am the community coordinator slash PR slash recruiting and hiring manager. I do a little bit of everything for the LVT team, oversee the Discord, help out with social media, and go through our community and find, talent to add to our team. We're constantly hiring, constantly growing. So I get a little bit of everything. And Nick here, go ahead.
Hey guys, so I am head administrator and representative. So I do mostly on the Discord side, keeping everything under control in terms of all the channels and everything we implement new. I try to head that as well as help Frankie with new hires here and there. Most of my background's in cybersecurity, so this stuff's pretty familiar to me, and I try to get some information out to you guys when I can. So.
Right on, guys. No, that's cool. And then, hey, guys, I know there's like 3 or 4 people that have their hands raised already. What we do is we go through some just questions about the project, and then we open up to questions from the audience here, in the last, 30 to 40 minutes. So you guys will all have a shot. Just take your time here, okay? Why don't you guys first talk about what LVT is, and why are you guys different from your average DAS as a service DAS project right now?
Sure. So, the idea started off as a fork of one of the nodes as a service or DeFi as a service node projects. But what we noticed was that they all had a pretty high cost to entry. Ring in its early days, it was, I think, $5 a token, so $50 to buy in, but it quickly grew to thousands of dollars. With the slide we're in now, they're becoming a bit more affordable. But we realized that there was a lot of people who were getting left out. And so we came up with the idea to open up this DeFi as a service slash node reward type project to everyone. I think you can make a node for like $4 right now, $4.50 or 45 cents even. So it's really open to anyone. And then the other idea we had was, why lock people into just one node size? You've seen that all of our competitors have kind of copied the idea of the scalable nodes and fractional nodes when we were the first to market with it. I don't think anyone's figured out 100% scalable nodes yet either. So that was another unique idea that the team came up with.
No, I have to agree with you. It seemed like you guys were the first one to do that, and now everybody's rushing to copy you. So hats off on that one. Walk us through what does the team look like? You guys said you were hiring like crazy. What does the team look like when you guys launched? What does the team look like now? And where are you guys heading?
So the team currently has, I think, 23. It may have grown since I last checked. It originally started with just a few core members, with Omega being the founder, and then Great Ape as the lead dev. But it's grown rapidly since then. I think I was hired on just a few days after launch, and then Nick was right behind me. Since then, we've hired a full marketing team. We have a front-end dev team, back-end dev team, and then also our whole social media team. We've got several paid Discord moderators. We've got our support staff who are volunteer. If you include everyone, I think it's probably pushing closer to 40 if you include the volunteers. So it's rapidly growing. We are actively hiring front-end devs, back-end devs, graphic designers, you name it.
Interesting. So are you guys working on I mean, why are you hiring so many people? Are you guys working on another project? Are you updating the project? Has there been any kind of issues with the project? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so there is another project in the works that Omega will announce the details on shortly. I will have some stuff to share with you guys, but we are also currently working on this project. It's growing fast. We have 10,000 wallet holders, 50,000 nodes, and that grows every day. I'm sure tomorrow it'll probably be 60,000 nodes. So we are growing with the project, and we need to hire in order to do so. As far as problems, we had the same problem that every other node project has had early on. Once you hit a certain point with the nodes, things start to go wonky with the node manager. So Ape and the rest of the dev team put together Node Manager V2 behind the scenes, and they were able to deploy it with almost no one noticing. Unfortunately, we did lose a few nodes. We had to take a snapshot of current nodes and then release Node Manager V2 using that snapshot. Any nodes created when that in the period from when the snapshot was taken and when Node Manager V2 went live, those were lost. And so we've had to go and reach out to the community, have them send us their information, and then a script was built in order to get those nodes back online with no value lost to the nodes.
Have you got all those nodes back online, or are you guys still doing that?
They should be 99.9% back online. Unfortunately, we had a lot of responses that were fraudulent, so it slowed progress down on getting them back online. I think the last nodes went online yesterday in the morning sometime, our time, Pacific time.
And that wasn't a migration, right? You guys didn't migrate to another contract. You were able to edit the contract, is that correct? Or how did you guys fix it?
It wasn't another contract. The node manager is separate, so they were able to deploy it kind of behind the scenes rather than what everyone else had been doing, where they had to migrate to a whole new contract. I mean, we all saw what's happened with Katana with their migration. So behind the scenes, we didn't really like using the M word. No one wanted to say migration because there's just a lot of bad juju around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were able to deploy it completely behind the scenes. Most people didn't notice.
Awesome, man. That's good. So you're talking about your team growing to 20 something people. What are the plans for is there a plan for KYC? Have you guys had an audit? Do you guys plan on doing an audit? Walk me through that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Certic has our code. They're reviewing it. So that
Wow.
audit is in process. As far as the KYC goes, we've reached out to RugDoc, so that's going to be something that is coming in the future. Both of those things we feel are very important to ensure investor trust. So we're working on getting those done as soon as possible.
No, that's good, man. Do we have a time frame on when all that stuff will be complete, or it's just kind of maybe in the next couple weeks?
Next couple weeks, I believe. We're just waiting on Certic. I don't know how long the KYC process takes with RugDoc. It's something that we've gotten started, but I can't give an exact time frame.
All
But
right.
it should be within the coming 2 weeks or less, I'd say.
Fair enough. And I've done a lot of these AMAs with these projects, guys. I have to say that you have the biggest audience out of any of these projects we've talked to so far. 834 people are in here, and so that tells me a lot about how good your audience is and how well that you guys are doing about getting the word out on your project. So congrats on that. Johnny, do you want to have some questions, my friend? You want to step in here?
Absolutely, sir. So, Frankie, one of the things that I always check as a researcher, finding new projects and trying to thoroughly vet them and analyze them for the folks here. In this space, there's a bunch of competitors. There's competitors everywhere. And one of the things I think that's going to separate the competitors who are going to make it and who are going to be here long term and the ones that are just going to trend to zero will be who can find a plan for sustainability. can you talk to us about your plans for external revenue sources, sustainability? Give the people something that'll ensure them that, yes, we can build these nodes with the incredible tokenomics that you guys have built, but will the node be here in 2 months?
Absolutely. So I'm sure all of you noticed that we announced plans to become a VC firm. What we are looking to do is combine crowdsourcing with venture capitalism. And LVT is your ticket to being a part of that VC. And the VC is going to go out, find interesting projects, invest in them. We're also going to be offering them a platform, advertising, you name it. And we'll be investing in projects that are new. There's tons of untapped talent in the crypto space, and the only reason they're not succeeding is because they lack funds, they lack advertising, they lack expertise. We're considering even lending parts of our team to these VCs. So, I mean, if all these other node projects are out there investing in Ohm, Time, Strong, yeah, the returns are good, they're reliable, but you can get it into a VC early, provide your investors with early access, private investment opportunities, whitelist spots that are exclusive to that. Those new projects can have insane returns. So our future sustainability is going to be based on the moves we make as a VC.
That's excellent, man. That's excellent to hear. So that's definitely something that in an uptrend market you're going to be able to capitalize on. I think all of us know that in a market with an uptrend, new coins, new projects, especially if you can offer them, capital, like a VC firm could, kind of acting as an index fund for DeFi, if you will, you're definitely going to be able to make a significant gain in your treasury doing that. Have you all given any thoughts to what a plan for a downtrend might be when the projects aren't pumping? Do you have any plans to yield farm? Do you have any plans, do you have someone hired that's an expert in finding these types of areas where you can make money and kind of let everybody be comfortable that we can hodl through a downtrend?
Absolutely. I actually forgot to mention when I was talking about the teams, we have a full team of yield farming experts, protocol researchers. They're all working together to find, the fallback plans, the steady, secure sources of income where the yields aren't crazy. We're not going to operate just as a VC. We can always fall back on Ohm, Strong, Time. Those investment opportunities will be there. They will, I guess you could say, survive a bear market, or at least, keep us afloat. So, if the action's not there, it's not an up market, we have that as a fallback plan.
Excellent. Excellent. When we talk about projects in this space, we talk about the early adopters having a significant benefit. And one of the things that I fear about a lot of these projects that's happened lately is it seems like the people that get in early, the people that find out about LVT early, for instance, and purchase their nodes early, it's a great investment. The coin, pumps up, it goes 6, 10, 50x, etc. And those people make a lot of money. Can you explain to us, what are your thoughts about people buying in right now, right? What are your thoughts about if someone wants to buy, do they feel like they're buying a top? Do they feel like they're going to be able to get in now? And, basically the question is, are we still early?
Absolutely. If you look at the price right now, it's about what it is when I got in. So you're early. I got in on day one, just a few hours after launch. The price did rocket up. We had some hype. We got picked up, and it settled back down and found support right around 0.35. So you are absolutely early. In the beginning, built into the smart contract was an anti-whale mechanism. It did not allow a single wallet to purchase more than 0.46%, I believe, of tokens, of the total tokens. So we've kind of blocked the whales from getting in early, from dumping on us late. If you were to go on Snowtrace and look at the wallet distribution, there is one guy that holds over 1%. He is in the audience right now. He's a member here at Cryptonaires, I believe. But everything below that Next one is 0.73%, 0.69, and then 0.5 and on down. So the wallet distribution is not full of whales that hold an enormous amount of tokens that can completely tank the price with one move. And the price point right now is great for entry.
I love to hear that whale mechanism. I know we've seen what whales can do. Some projects recently, like Midas DAO being an excellent example. It's great to hear that you guys are thinking about this at least. One of the other things that I really liked was your fair stealth launch. I love when projects do this. They launch with no whitelist, no special treatment, just a fair stealth launch, and then let everybody know, hey, we're here. We're a project. Look at what we've got. There were a lot of concerns brought to me though as I was researching this. Sorry, about basically dev wallet addresses who had created large nodes, and there were people who were concerned about that activity. Can you explain to us, what the core team airdrop initially was, and then what nodes the team owns, and kind of lay people's fears to rest?
Yeah. So the core team, I believe the initial allocation was 6% of everything. They were each airdropped their percentage of that 6%, and none of them hold tokens. They all created large nodes. If they were to cash out everything today, the market effect really wouldn't be that great. Their rewards are somewhere around 26 grand. So, I mean, they at current price, yeah, they could do some damage, but they're not going anywhere. They're not holding a massive amount of tokens to dump on, the investors that got in after them. I believe that's probably the fairest way to do it. I mean, the devs just use their passive income from the nodes to get paid, so they are incentivized to keep this thing going and stay involved and move it forward.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to say, I know a lot of you in the crowd put a lot of these questions to me. I received a lot of questions for research into these wallets and into, basically how the devs were being paid behind the scenes. I want to let you guys know from what I've seen, 6% for the devs is an extremely low number. If you look at most tokenomics on most launching projects, 20% is the average, and those are in DAOs where they can actually dump those coins. The devs in LVT, basically their success rides on the success of their own project. They don't hold those tokens in their wallets ready to dump on you. They have made nodes with those wallets, and basically if the project works, then they get paid. If the project doesn't work, then they don't get paid. And that's a great correlation of positive incentive for the user and positive incentive for the devs. So all of you guys that hit me up with those messages, I really appreciate your input, and I want you to know I took it seriously. I looked into it, and it from that aspect, it is all incredibly above board. So I'll lay your fears to rest on that. Anything else to add on that, Frankie? Anything else you want to say about assuring the people?
Yeah, so as far as security goes, liquidity is locked for 5 years. I haven't seen that in a node project, but I haven't been paying attention to the ones that pop up. As far as our stealth launch goes, we've seen some fair/stealth launches happen recently. To me, they weren't really stealth launches because everyone knew what time it was. So yeah, it was great for early adopters that got in and bought a bunch of tokens and then flipped them when it went 60x. With us, it was completely stealth. We didn't start to pick up until several hours after. It wasn't there wasn't like a crowd of people behind a gate ready to be let through. Also, there is a multi-sig in place. It's a 3-4 multi-sig. All 4 are members of the team, but none of them knew each other prior to starting this project. And they're all, spread out across the globe, so they all can't get together and mess this thing up. It'd be really difficult for a malicious actor to compromise this project with 3 of the 4 of them needed to be opening up that multi-sig.
So going along that line, something that we've seen recently was basically the Brig finance fiasco, which was essentially, a lot of people are calling it a rug pull. It wasn't a rug pull in the standard sense of the term rug pull.
Agreed.
A group being able to They tried several times with V1, several times with V2, and in the end, they just did not have the talent, if you will, to fix the problems with their code, and they basically closed the project. What are your contracts? I know you guys have written a lot of new code for this. This is not just a straight Ring Thor ripoff. There's
Yeah, 500 lines of new code out of 1,200.
exactly. So can you tell us what parts of your contracts are audited, and what are we doing about the other parts to ensure that you'll be able to continue having a successful project and we won't run into a big finance situation?
So smart contract is over with Certic, and they're looking over it. The rewards manager is currently private, but we do intend to release it at some point. We are constantly hiring new developers. Right now, we have a back-end dev hiring ring going on, and one of the steps to get you into the next round of hiring is we've given the potential new hires the original smart contract, which contains a pretty nasty bug that we've already taken care of. And once they perform the challenge, they move to the next round. So we're constantly bringing in new people, getting new eyes on our code. I believe there's 7 or 8 devs working together right now, with more to come. So we're constantly getting fresh talent and the best of the best. There's several rounds you have to get through before you're hired onto the project.
Perfect. Sensei, do you have any more questions?
You know what, man? We have a ton of people from the audience that are wanting to ask questions, and I really love when the audience gets involved. So if you're good, Johnny, I think you got some really solid questions there. Let's just open it up and see what they have in store for these guys. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, here we go. So, guys, just so you know, I know there's a lot of people that are new in this community. So I'm going to invite you up. There's going to be a little green button on the top of Discord that says join stage or whatever. You're just going to want to hit that once I invite you up, okay? So we had someone that's been waiting since the whole thing started.
It's my boy Tyler.
Tyler, why don't you go? Yeah, you go for it first, man. I'm waiting for these other people to accept. So what you got, Tyler?
Frankie, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. I'm glad you recognize me with the shout out boys, Milk Boys.
Milk Boys Unite.
All right. So couple things, a couple questions. So first, and just you want to put it out there. I'm a big fan of LVT. I've got into LVT. With the Cryptonaires. First put it out there. Big believer in the project. I think you guys have done a great job. Just from all the little alpha drops that Omega's putting out there. I think he's working on some big things. So one question is that you said you would kind of give us a little bit of what's kind of going on behind the scenes. Can you kind of just tell us kind of as much as you can what's going on with the the venture capital,
Sure.
the new project? What is that? Or at least like I said, as much you can let us know right now.
Sure. So I touched on it a little bit in another question. We're going to be working as a VC to find, fund, and assist all of the hidden gems that are out there. We believe in giving people a chance to shine. There's a lot of ideas out there that just don't get a chance to make it. We've got 12,000 members in Discord, 4,000 members on Telegram. So it's a huge community. And we want to give them a slice of that VC pie. We're going to have a Medium article that comes out in a week or so that's going to detail exactly how it's going to benefit LVT holders and exactly what your involvement is going to be in this VC project. But the point is, we don't want to be like everyone else. We want to innovate. We want to be, something special, something unique. And I haven't seen anyone else do that yet. So as a holder, you will be rewarded for getting into these projects, and you're going to get, alpha on these projects, whitelist spots, private investments. There's going to be all sorts of benefits for the LVT holder. Omega's keeping this pretty close to his chest. He's got a separate team working on it with him. He's given us few details on it, believe it or not. We're not as in the dark as you all are, but he wants that all to be revealed in an article on Medium that's coming out pretty soon after this AMA.
All right, nice. All right, and another follow-up question. One thing I like about LVT is that the docs really lay everything out. Very transparent. Everything's there, but and again, just being in the Discord as much as I am, a lot of people come in. They don't do any research, right? They just come in like, oh, what's going on? This, what's that? They don't take the time to read the docs.
Yeah.
And so, obviously with the price downtrending, everyone is like, what's this? Why is there so much sell pressure? What's going on? Why is the price going down? But even in the docs, it lays out, that, anytime there's, compounding or claiming, a portion of that, is sold into AVAX.
Exactly.
And, a lot what we've seen in terms of the downtrending, in my opinion, is just people, the compounding that's going on, and that's why there's so many small little sales. If you look on Dex Screener, small sales here and there.
Yeah, it's hard to evaluate buy sell pressure by looking at Dex Screener because there's all of these micro sales from the claim and compound tax.
And I just want if again just to just for the community to know it's not like there's this like malicious intent going on. That's part of what's building up the treasury, correct?
It is, yeah. So I mean, when you compound, that value goes back into your note, so it's locked away forever, and then you're paid out in your rewards at 7%. A lot of people out there are saying it's bots, but if you go on Dex Screener yourself, click on that wallet address and go through it, they're all very clearly human. If they were bots, they'd be the dumbest bots in the world. But all it is people compounding and claiming, and that small portion, that 10% tax for claiming or compounding, that gets listed as a sell, and it's causing some issues with people who do like to watch charts. I agree. And it is something we are looking into. If there's any way we can fix it so it doesn't reflect as a sale, because if you look at the buy sell ratio, it's way off. But it's a poor way to evaluate or do any TA as far as chart watching goes.
Yes, and I was just
Sorry,
going to say,
let me jump in
go
here,
ahead.
When I was researching LVT, I did get a lot of concern about that particular issue as well. There were a lot of people felt that all these microtransactions were basically LVT dev wallets skimming off the top and basically paying themselves from those microtransactions. I want to assure you guys that is not what's happening. Frankie was 100% correct when he says that's the tax for compounding. It doesn't look great on the charts, but there's no malicious activity going on there. So it's been looked into. Just be assured of that, people.
Thanks, Johnny.
And then, Tyler, we'll do one more question, man. So we got 12 people that are lined up, so let's get one more question. So thanks, man.
Okay, and then it's not so much a question, just kind of put my thoughts out there. One thing I would say to everybody that in LVT or wants to be a part of LVT is get into the Discord, be part of the community. Because I mean, the other night we had like when your price was going down, me and some of the other people jumped in and we in the Discord and we just started like shit posting like milk memes.
The milk thing is, it's not alpha. It's a meme that's gone too far. I think it's fucking hilarious. I made a Got Milk channel to kind of get it out of the general chat, but it pops up every now and then. But to add on what Tyler said, the community's been amazing. I haven't seen a Discord this active at all hours of the day. I am up all night, all the time, just watching the chat, getting involved. You'll see several of us in there. And it's a lot of fun, so definitely check out the Discord.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. All right, my sugar. I know you got some good questions. Maybe you got maybe 2 or 3. We do have 9 people still waiting. So what you got, brother?
Totally. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
All right, sweet. So with a lot of these DeFi as a service projects, you have the difficulty of sell pressures like you guys were touching on earlier. And things like Ring and Thor, they mitigate it by, creating tier nodes or having sales to drive interest. What is your guys's approach long term with sell pressure when it inevitably hits the majority of people? Are you guys going to have use cases for the token as we go?
Yeah, I mean, the use case is going to be in the new VC project. Buybacks aren't out of the question. Lowering rewards yields not out of the question. As far as putting things on sale, if we put things on sale, we'd be giving nodes away, which we just did. Our Christmas promotion involved airdrops of a node to people, 20% of the value of the node they created during the promotion. The marketing team is working on ways to kind of figure out how we're going to drive interest in the project. We did have a Chinese marketing blitz that didn't go as planned, so we learned from it. We're going to start focusing on advertising, stateside, Western Europe, things like that. But we also still want to remain, the nodes for the people service, something for everyone. Wherever you are in the world, you can afford to join on to the project. And we just really want to emphasize that to everyone.
Yeah, great.
You got
Thank you.
anything else, Cody?
Nope, that's about it.
All right, my friend. If you want to be nodes for the people, man, you need to go like Collar at the Rock, man. Pay him a couple $1 million to do something for you guys. All right, Cody. What you got, Cody? Welcome up.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to the team and thank you to Frankie and shout out the milk. Milk. And Merry Christmas to everyone in here. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas. My question is about marketing. And you say that you're for the people and for the retail investors. How do you plan on market towards more of the retail investors and get it across all hands through either like the cell phone, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc.?
TikTok is in the works. Facebook, I'm not sure about. Definitely a lot more Twitter presence coming soon. We'll be making some videos, reaching out to influencers and content creators. The standard stuff, but we really just want to get the word out to everyone.
Okay. And will you be doing normal advertising or possibly monetizing on other people's platforms?
Normal for now, possibly monetizing on other people's platforms. Nothing's really out of the question right now. I know 12, 11, 13 days, however long we've been going is a lifetime in crypto, but we still feel like it's very early. With this VC project coming up, you're going to see a huge advertising push for both projects. And we're going to try and hit, all levels of social media. Not everyone's on Telegram, not everyone's on Discord. Most people have Twitter, which is where a lot of our advertising has been recently. I had a guy who heads up a pretty large NFT company reach out and suggest TikTok, so the team's looking into that now. Nothing's out of the question. Viral marketing might take place at some point. I've even had somebody reach out saying they would get LVT tattooed on their body, live stream for tokens. You never know.
Okay, sounds good. I love it.
All right, let me see. Do you have any more questions, my friend, or is that it?
That will be it.
All right, let me get back to the AMA here, and we'll get somebody else up here. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Cody.
Man, 16 people. So look, guys, when I hit the invite to speak, you're gonna have to hit that little green button to come up. So, all right, cool. This guy figured it out. T5, what you got?
Hey, thanks for the chance to speak here. Two-part question, but answer as much as you can. So, number one, any thoughts on utilities for LVT token? Let me give a wild example for, right? Could I use my nodes as a collateral to get a loan, and other utility use cases? Any thoughts from the team?
I mean, in the future, you might be able to. It probably depends on growth and what those lending platforms will allow. As of now, the planned utility is going to be for participation in the VC. And like I said, we're not quite ready to announce exactly how that's going to work, but holders will be rewarded.
Awesome. Thanks. And the second part is any partnerships you guys are thinking about? Any other protocols that you are talking to that you're able to share?
At the moment, no. We don't plan any for the near future outside of the BC project. If an opportunity comes up and we feel like it would hugely benefit the protocol, then of course we would consider it and implement it if we think that's going to be what's best for the protocol.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm a Brig refugee, so really banking on you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
We love Brig refugees. Come on over.
Am I live? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. No question. I just wanted to share a little bit of information as to the lore and the mythology, so to speak, on the name of this project. I have a bigger than usual hunch, no weirdness involved, that this is inspired by a revolution that took place in Haiti. And it's one of great magnitude. It lasted for 13 years, completely, a bunch of slaves basically took on the French, British, and Spanish for 13 years. And it got to the point where they had to hire mercenaries to send to Haiti. But the war cry, the battle cry throughout all 13 years was Coupetet boule kai. And essentially what that means is cut the head, burn the house. So if that's not, that's the energy that I get from this project. And I just wanted to share that with everyone and reassure everyone that, holders will be rewarded. Give it time. That is all. Thank you much.
Thank you. LVT is for the people. Rise up.
Thank you, Mr. Get Better. I appreciate it. Is that your only question or your statement or whatever you'd like to add to this?
That is all, gentlemen. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, my friend. You have a good day. Thank you. Julius Caesar, can you unmute and ask your question? There you go.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Hey, so I've been pretty impressed so far with this AMA and the project in general. But I guess my big concern is long-term sustainability. Like you look at Ring, you look at some of these other projects, it has great rewards up front, but then after a couple of weeks, couple of months, people start getting nodes big enough to where they can just cash out and stop compounding. And at least, this drain. And for me, I would rather have something where I get a little passive income for 10 years plus, as opposed to 6% a day. So just wondering your guys' thoughts on the long-term sustainability of this. How do you guys get it to where it lasts a couple of years as opposed to just a couple of months? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so like I touched on earlier, rewards will change. They'll likely go down and then be adjusted for sustainability. We've got the team looking into that, figuring out exactly how that's going to be done. A lot of it's going to depend on how well we invest our money via the VC. And then, like I told Johnny, if it's a down market and we need to, we can always go to the blue chips, Time, Ohm, Strong, and make our money there for our investors. 7% is high. It's to attract interest, build the treasury. We'll probably dial it back. I agree with you. I'd rather have a little bit of money per day, every day for a long time than a lot up front and none in the end. So that is definitely something the team's considering. And I can almost guarantee you will happen as we grow and as we dial in how our sustainability model is going to work.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Julius, appreciate you. Zell, what you got, Zell? Hopefully some money for me. Zell just needs to figure out how to unmute, but let's go to RK.
Hello.
Oh, Zell got it.
Yo.
What's up, Zell?
Hey.
Hey, so I just had a quick question. I've been kind of busy. I haven't been able to hear everything that was mentioned throughout this AMA. So I'm not sure if you've mentioned this already. So please excuse me if I am asking a redundant question. but I just wanted to know, in regards to the new project that's going to be launched, is there going to be an additional coin that's going to be launched as well that can be used? I don't know what the proper way to say this, but used similarly
like
to LVT.
synergistically with LVT.
Yeah.
So we're not quite ready to announce that part yet. Omega wants to have that announcement. He will make it in the Medium article, exactly how it all works together. All I can say for now, I know you guys want to hear more, but all I can say for now is that holders will be rewarded, node holders.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Zell. Star Crunch Punch. Interesting name. What you got?
Thanks. I worked hard on it. I won't waste anybody's time. Basically, my question is, there was a big deal made about the Chinese marketing campaign. What exactly went into that?
There was quite a bit. I mean, we had so crypto's banned in China, but there's 1.6 billion people there who do whatever they can to get around all of those internet censorship laws. No one's really tried to advertise there because of that. We hoped we could. We had ad space on several different pages. An influencer in China with, I believe, over like 2.3 million followers tweeted about us, or whatever their version of Twitter is, Weibo. It didn't go as planned. We wanted to try something different. That's what we're all about. I mean, we're not following the crowd. We're not a fork. We're not a clone. We're not a copycat. And that was an idea the team had, and it just unfortunately didn't go as planned. So we learned from it, and we're just going to move on and grow from there.
Hey, I respect it. Thanks for owning up to it. That's all I got for you guys.
Yeah.
See you.
Thanks,
Star,
Star.
appreciate you, man. And like I said, good job on the name there. Prison Mike. Damn. Prison Mike. I hope you are not in prison, but what you got?
What is up, lads? My milkmen, my friends. Frankie, how are we?
Prison Mike, it's good to hear your voice. Prison Mike
Oh, yeah.
is very, very active in the Discord when it's my turn to keep an eye on things.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is the creator of Milk Coin. I provided liquidity for it, all $48 of it. Prison Mike, you owe me $48.
Yes, sir.
This is my guy right here, so.
First of all,
All right.
just wanted to say I absolutely love the project, love where it's going, love the community behind it. Everyone, hold on, we are going to make it. That is for sure. I just had one quick question, really. So I noticed the enlist role. Is there anything to that beyond just a flex in the server, or is that going to be linked to the new project in some way?
You'll see.
All right,
That's all I can say.
That's a fair response. And then I actually just thought of this. So so when it comes to like marketing materials, are you guys planning on putting like marketing materials publicly on the server or anything of that nature? Just wondering for reference.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, then I think that Milkman is out.
Peace out, Milkman. Thanks,
All
Prison
right,
Mike.
guys. Have a great day. Love ya.
Later, brother.
Love you too, Mike.
Gold Blood. What you got, Gold Blood?
Hi, this is Goldblood from India.
Gold
Welcome.
Blood from India. What you got?
Yeah, I have few questions, like one or two questions and one suggestion.
Okay.
Okay. So my first question is like what Thor did with the union. Are you guys planning to do something like that with Thor maybe in the future just to get more support from the community and, raise the morale of the investors?
Right now, no. Like I said, if we find an opportunity or partnership that would benefit the community, we would consider it. As of now, we are blazing our own trail. If we fall under that umbrella, we may be locked into, I don't know what the requirements are for that.
Okay.
I do love that there are so many projects coming together and working together to help each other out. We just don't see a need for it at current time.
Okay. Second thing, I do have a marketing background in Twitter. So I do it for a political party in India. So I have a suggestion over there. Would that
Sure.
be fine? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Nick is our suggestions guy. He goes through them and then submits them up the chain. We consider all suggestions. We love community involvement. So you're free to share it here or in the suggestions channel in our Discord.
I did share it, I guess, but I'll just repeat it over so everyone can hear it. If because it's a big community, maybe everyone can help out.
Sure.
Okay. So what we used to do is we when we need to trend something on Twitter or something like that, we make sure that we have like at least 5 to 10 tweets given to every single person or something like that with different variations, and decide a time and date, and then we just bombard the whole shit out of it on Twitter. So
Okay. Like a
the thing
coordinated
gets
attack.
yeah. So some and if it's from very different location, like from US, from India, from China, and from maybe Thailand or something like that, so the Twitter doesn't come along and it just the thing becomes trending within 24 hours or something like that.
Okay. I love that
Solid
idea.
idea.
Very good idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no problem.
Cold Blood.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks,
you,
man.
man.
Yeah, bye. Take care.
Hey guys, there are 3 of you that I've invited up to talk. You just got to hit that little green button. It's staring right at you at the top of the Discord. If you hit that button, you can come up and ask your questions. Oh look, one of them figured it out. Icon, what you got, Icon?
Hey guys, how's it going? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, great. I'm just calling from, well, I'm part of the call from Belgium. So if anybody's from Belgium, what's up? Hey, LVT, you guys are doing a great job. Just want to say, Frankie, Omega, keep going. My question is regarding, I don't know if you can answer this, but compliance. I don't know if this will make sense, but how compliant are you guys, like, legally? I know legality is like always sensitive, but like, you know, we all know what's going on right now with crypto, right? With like XRP and all that shit, right? So
Sure.
If tomorrow governments around the world were like, all right, 90% of all tokens have to go because they don't follow like the rules that are laid out, would you guys be able to survive that?
I honestly don't know. I haven't looked into compliance issues. There are currently none in the US. I don't know if any DeFi projects are really looking into that quite yet. I know Prison Mike's a lawyer. Maybe he can help with this. But yeah, that's a really good question and definitely something to consider as we grow. And as I'm in the US, so I mostly pay attention to that. I know that the crypto space is starting to get looked at by our government. There was just a bunch of big, big figures in the crypto space that were grilled by Congress. They seemed intrigued. They probably want to get their slice of the pie, which is why they're looking into it. But
yeah,
like I said, we're always hiring.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we're always hiring. We're always adding to the team. And if we see a need to hire legal representation, legal experts to go through and figure out our compliance, of course we're going to do that. We want this thing to live, survive, thrive, grow, innovate.
Might be a good idea to do that sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I like that. The other parts of the team may already be looking into that. I'd be happy to check.
Yeah,
And,
definitely check and update us all, man. I think a lot of us would like to know what you guys are doing. Since you guys are hiring so many people and you seem to have a nice budget, let's hire some people that really matter and really make sure that you guys are going to last the test of time and not just kind of flicker out with regulation, because regulation is coming. No doubt about that. So
can I just say one thing, please, guys? Is that okay?
Sure.
I was just gonna say, a lot of tokens out here like are claiming to be original, but we all know most of them are just like forks, right? And I feel like the token that can come out and say, hey, we're compliant, is gonna like kick ass. You know, like strong nodes, they're compliant, you know, they're kicking ass. So if you guys can come out with something like that, that would be pretty reassuring, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a big deal. I know it's a big thing. It's massive, but that's what, you know.
That's what all companies have to do if they want to be taken seriously and if they want to survive. So absolutely, we're going to look into that. I haven't heard of a crowdsourced VC. That's a new idea. There's probably few regulations that surround it, but we'd love to look into it, love to make sure that we are compliant and that we can stand the test of time. Absolutely. I love that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Thanks,
I guess I'm
Icon.
going to stop
Appreciate
right there. Thank you.
All right, and then Gold Blood, if you want to hit that see this little person on the bottom of your screen that says move to audience, you want to hit that button so you can get off the stage, my friend. Appreciate you. Reg Kaleem, what you got, Reg Kaleem?
Hey guys, I hope everyone is fine.
Good. How are you?
I wanted to know what do you find the name Louverture?
It's French for the opening. And what we're doing is we're opening the world of DeFi and venture capitalism to the world, to anyone. Also a reference to Toussaint Louverture.
Exactly.
He
I'm
was
from
a rebel.
Haiti.
Yeah, he's a revolutionary, and we're trying to start our own DeFi revolution.
Great. That's why I invest.
Great, we love that.
Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, Reg Kaleem. I appreciate you. Let's go with citizenship. How you doing, citizenship?
Hi there, guys. Great. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, brother.
Yeah, brilliant. I don't have any questions about the protocol as such, but the interface, it runs particularly slow on my computer, which is a new computer. So I was wondering, is there anything possibly in the code, or is it my connection, or anything that I can do to speed things up, or is it just something that has to be evolved on your
I
end?
haven't really heard any reports of that. I know it can get a little buggy, and you need to do clear your cache and reload do a hard reload.
Oh yeah, no, it's not that. It's like
it's just
I have 8 gig of RAM on a brand new M1 Mac.
I have the same computer. I haven't had any issues with it running. That's strange.
Yeah,
What browser are you using?
Using Chrome, but I have
yeah,
like
that's exactly what I'm using. And I got 400 tabs open at a time.
30 tabs open, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe. I hate having tabs open. I'm kind of OCD, and I have so many open just to do this job and to keep an eye on everything. And Discord's kind of a pig too. But AVAX network is it when you're interacting with it and processing transactions that it's slow?
No, basically I open the front end, and it slows everything down.
Yeah, you need to restart your computer or something. I'm not having
it sounds. Chrome is a known RAM hog. It always has been. I would, I don't know. I'm sure you've already cleared your cache, but clear your cache, restart your computer. Maybe try Microsoft Edge. I think MetaMask works with that. It's built off of the Chromium.
Or use Brave, guys. Brave is also
great too. Yeah.
It's funny because I use Brave, but because I opened my MetaMask on Chrome, it won't allow me to use the same account in Brave.
Yes, you can. I do.
You can import with your seed phrase.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, dude, we got 21 other people that need to ask questions, so we'll save the help for later. But Mahir, you were next. Do you have a question for us, my friend?
Yes. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm very impressed with this AMA and the team. So thank y'all for that. Good job so far. I have a question about the roadmap. So you guys say that there's a tier system and airdrops will happen with NFTs. What kind of utility do you think these NFTs would have if you guys have thought that far yet?
We're not quite ready to announce that. We really only added a roadmap because of community demand for it. We feel like roadmaps tie you down. You can't be agile. You can't adapt when you have this roadmap out with all of these goals where, look at what's changed in the node space in the last 7 days. So why would we lock ourselves down and not allow ourselves to be adaptable?
Be flexible. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, smart idea.
Yeah. So I can't touch on what the NFTs are going to do for you. There are ideas in the works and they're being worked on as we speak. That's really all I can comment on that. The roadmap, it was just, we got a little win roadmap post. So we added it after the fact.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we just want to be able to adapt and change is really what it's all about.
Yeah, it's definitely fair. I just wanted to clarify on that. One
Sure.
more question. So I know that the circulating supply is like 1 billion or something.
Yep.
What happens when the max supply is reached? Yeah, what happens?
That's a pretty unlikely scenario. With the way that the node rewards work, it's something we'll address when we'll get there. Burns aren't out of the question, buybacks, things like that. So it's something that we'll approach in the future, but it's pretty unlikely to happen anytime soon.
Right. Yeah, I was asking because you guys did mention burns weren't out of the question. So just a thought. All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mayor. Let's go with KMKK. What you got? All right, we got my mic issues. No problem. We'll get that figured out, and we'll come back to you, Shanu. Shanu175. What you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Quick question. Already been asked, I'm sure, but I hopped in late, so I just want to get some clarification. Missing nodes. I've been missing mine since about I want to say the 19th, give or take. I saw in the Discord that someone said that a very high majority has been fixed, but if we're in the minority, what should we do? Just wait?
Reach out to Nick. It's 99.9% are back online. Reach out to Nick. He will let you know what to do from there. There's probably 15 or 20 nodes that just for some reason aren't getting picked up when we batch everything to reload it.
Awesome.
Reach out to him, and then we'll go from there. We're going on an individual case-by-case basis now because there's so few of them. Sorry about that.
No worries. So I'll go ahead and send it to Nick.
Yep. So anyone missing nodes now, I'm gonna do on a case by case and make sure that it isn't faulty before I give it on to the devs as they were sorting through it prior. So if you guys want to shoot me a DM or create a ticket on our Discord, I will handle those one by one and then pass them on from there.
All right. Thank you, Shanu, for your question. Did you have anything else, man, or is that just about the nodes, my friend?
No, that's pretty much it. Nick, when I'm sending you a message, you want me to include any certain information or just
They
hey,
need
I'm
your
missing
wallet
nodes?
address. They need your wallet address, man. Come on.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Sorry. We just have like 20 people up here, and guys, your wallet address is how they find your node and what's going on with your account. So always include that when you're trying to get something fixed, okay? KMKK, did you fix your mic, my friend?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you. This is my first node project that I've invested into. I've invested into it quite heavily, and I'm happy to do so despite the price dropping. I think it's a good project. With the airdrop, is there anything we actually have to do? Like with Vagabond, you have to sign the form and stuff? Or does it
I don't think so. I believe it's going to be automatic. It should take place by tomorrow sometime. They're going to be going out from today till tomorrow, 26th to the 27th.
Okay, not a problem. And since this AMA has pumped the price by 10%, can we do one every single day?
I'm not Nylock. I don't like to talk too much.
Oh, shots
fired. Love you, Nylock. No. I like talking about things that I love, and I love this project. I was a very active member of this Discord before I started working for LVT. I'm happy to stop by for weekly chats with Rob, as he announced at the beginning. We're actually buds in real life. So if that's something the community wants, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, awesome.
All right, KMKK, thank you for your question. You have a good, happy holidays. All right, B Castle, what you got, B Castle?
Hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Let's see. I just got a question about with Ohm. What they were do is have you guys heard like the Rari fees pool? Rari fees pool. It's on ETH. Basically, what they did was they used collateral, like the staked Ohm as collateral, and leveraged against it. So, is there anything like a lending pool where you could take the LVT and just borrow against that, so you're not dumping LVT onto the market while you're still
Sure. Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, we've got, I think the teams, I can't remember exactly how many people, but there are several paid protocol research experts that look into things exactly like that. Things that are going to directly benefit everyone and not harm our holders when they invest it. So we don't want to be dumping LVT everywhere. We want our money, your money, to make money for everyone.
No, exactly.
That's the whole
'cause
point of
it's-
crypto. Let your money work for you. We want to
Exactly.
do that on a huge scale.
No, it's just just new into crypto, but it's just like the math needs to be there because it's like after the whole smart debacle, and then LVT came out, and it's just like you guys, I don't know, you guys were actually like showing the profit, and it's awesome. So I can't,
Yeah.
no complaints here.
We got you.
All right, you guys have a great day.
You too, B Castle. Appreciate you, man. Han Solo. I love Star Wars. What you got?
Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're all well and keeping safe.
We
This is Han Solo from UK actually. I had quite a lot of questions. I made a list, but most of them are already answered. The first question I from the list I've left is the floor price the to make a node at the moment is like 100 LVT, which is very very easy for everyone to access and easy to make a node and earn from there. My question is that is there is a possibility in future that you will be raising that floor price to further like 1,000 or 10,000 LVT for a node?
At the moment, no, but nothing is out of the question for us. That's why we don't have a roadmap. We want to be able to adapt. If it's good for the protocol, we'll consider it. But we also want to be accessible to everyone. So raising it to a point where certain people can't get in is unfair. And
Definitely, yeah.
We
Let me address that
100's really low right now. But
yeah, let me address that really quickly as someone that looks at tokenomics constantly, guys. One of the reasons I enjoy LVT over all of the other projects is that even a project like Strong, when it takes you $4,000 or $5,000 to get in, you are essentially excising a large amount of capital that is from multiple small buyers who cannot afford to buy into your project. So raising the price of creating a node will reduce buying pressure on your token. That's actually something that you don't want. I would highly encourage that LVT keep doing exactly what they're doing and bringing it to the people so that even tiny amounts, you got $5, you can make a node. The policy needs to be, we'll take all of your money, whatever you guys want to put in. That is what has made LVT very successful compared to other projects. So yeah, don't change those tokenomics, boys. It's one of your best features.
No, that makes sense.
Thank you, Johnny.
The second question I have is what would be the best way? What would be the best way to actually create a node? Like, for example, if you have 100,000 LVT, what would be best? Just make one node, or multiple 10 nodes of 10,000, or 2 nodes 50,000?
So I discourage people from making tons of nodes. You're going to be claiming and compounding often, and it's too much. Early on, I came up with the comparison. You have one as a checking account, one as a savings account. The savings account is your compounding node. It keeps building up, building up, building up. Your checking account, there's your passive income right there. You don't worry about the multiplier. You don't worry about the interest. As far as protocol health goes, compounding is going to be the best, but we understand that people want some return on their investment. So to me, 2 nodes makes the most sense. The size of the node, that's up to you. The community's been developing strats of their own, but that seems to be the most popular.
All right, thank you. One last question is what is, I think it will come up later, part of your project, about security of the nodes itself. For example, for compromised wallets. Is there any
For compromised wallets, there's really nothing we can do at the moment except encourage wallet security. If someone DMs you offering to fix a problem, to give you money, anything, you never share that wallet address. Do not go on a D app you don't trust and connect your wallet. Never ever do that.
I'm just putting it out there. There was I think I also have some strong nodes, so I'm just from their suggestions. There was some suggestion that while creating a node, if you have some sort of a password, when you create a node with that node, that gets you access to the wallet. If that's it's a possibility, because I mean, yes, there is you have to be quite very careful on how you deal with dApps and how you deal with people who are trying to scam you and all. But there are people who will get scammed, and there are people who will lose their nodes. I'm just saying, if there is anything which, because we are in very early stage, if there is anything which can be built as in to protect those nodes for the wallet, for the compromised wallets, if that's a possibility to look at.
Well, I'm not a developer, but it's certainly a suggestion I will pass on to the dev team. They may already be considering it. I don't know.
Okay.
That if it was implemented, I would highly discourage making multiple nodes, but I don't know if it's possible. I can check with Ape and his team. Put it in the suggestions over on our Discord, and we'll look into it. But yeah, we're also, with our low cost of entry that attracts, every investor, we're going to have a higher chance that people will have their wallets compromised. So we do post quite often in our Discord, and if you remember here on Cryptonaires, they have wallet security chats, I think, weekly. We just encourage everyone to please, please, please be careful with your wallet, as you would be careful with, your banking
account,
details.
yeah.
Unfortunately, this space is more vulnerable to malicious actors. They're very good at convincing you that they are who, they're someone that they're not. So right now the push is just wallet security, and look out for your own money. You can't expect someone else to.
Yeah.
Definitely, sure.
Another thing on our end is we use the ticket system built into our Discord now, so there'll be no us DMing you for your wallet address. It will be inside the ticket, in which our moderators and us can check and then take from there. We do also log that every ticket we do, so we'll have that just in case.
All right. That's
Thank
all
you.
from my end. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man. Take care. Udaman. What's up, Udaman?
Hey, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Oh, great. Thanks for pronouncing my name correctly. Udaman. I think people used to call me Udaman, something like that. Anyway, thank you again. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm one of the oldest guy from Korea. I was born and raised in Korea, and I'm also a YouTube influencer who has about a little over 8,000 Korean subscribers. Okay. And then once I got into Louverture, is it how you pronounce Louverture?
Louverture.
Louverture. Sorry, that's French. Okay, Louverture. And a handful of Koreans got into Louverture after me. And they're requesting whether you guys can have a live AMA on my YouTube channel, so we can ask questions in Korean, and then I translate into English, and back and forth. So that's what my request.
Sure. I'd love that. For the Korean fans out there, we have an application in with, is it Hotbit? That's the exchange out there?
Yeah.
They actually reached out to me. They're one of their representatives, and asked us to apply. So that application is being reviewed by them. It's the holidays, so I'm sure no one's actually looking at it yet.
Right.
But we're hoping. Yeah, they reached out to me early on, and I went through with the application process, and we're just waiting to hear back from them.
That's great. Yeah, that's my request. So should I DM you for the schedule, the date and time?
Sure. Yeah. I still have a 9 to 5. So.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to get through this AMA. Can we set up? If any of you guys want to set up stuff for AMAs and stuff like that, just do this outside of the AMA. This is really for questions and helping people learn. So this is not a format for you guys to kind of be doing this. So let's get back to the question. I appreciate you, man.
One quick question.
No, sorry. I just got to move on to the real questions, my friend. Sorry about that. Cuss. What you got, Cuss? Please be a question about the project. That's good. All right, we can't hear you, Cuss. I'm going to unmute Jolly Roger while you figure that out. Jolly, please have a good question for the team here, please.
I think I do, guys. Thanks for putting this together. Frankie or Nick, what do you think the biggest challenge is that the project's working on right now, outside of hiring or just the marketing perspective?
Good question.
Challenges right now. I mean, there's several. It's a quick, fast growing company. Just keeping up with the pace that we're growing. 12,000 Discord members in a little over 10 days. Keeping up, making sure that we don't fall behind on anything, and always making sure we're innovating. Like we're not copycats. So we have to come up with fresh ideas to spark more interest in the project, to attract more investors.
Great, thank you.
And the biggest challenge we faced so far was those nodes going missing. It was unfortunate. It was something that had to happen, but we got it fixed pretty quickly. I know a week or so is an eternity in DeFi, but everyone got their nodes back and they've been happy with it. So we're happy.
Awesome. Thank you, Jolly. Appreciate you, man. You have a good day. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, guys.
Sawyer87. What's up, Sawyer?
Guys, thanks for having me up here. I am invested in the project, so I just want to put that out there up front. Invested in a couple other different nodes or rather DeFi as a service projects. I'm pretty done a lot of research over here. Really appreciate you guys doing the AMA here. Really good to just hear a voice. I know not everybody is ready to dox yet. Just reading over or listening in, I just want to say the KYC news is really helpful. The CERDIC, that audit, I think that's going to be really helpful. It sounds like hopefully that can be rolled out here in the next week or two. What I want to get into, my specific question, right? And someone kind of asked it earlier, but you guys kind of, I don't know, jumped around it or didn't answer it directly. But I know you guys are mentioning Time, Ohm, Strong, Ring, that these are some of the protocols that you'd like to blend the funds into. You mentioned some centralized finance instruments in case there's a bear market in crypto. But I really want to know if you can speak towards any emerging financial instruments that you or your team is aware of that maybe the general DeFi space is not aware of, and that you guys can give us like a breadcrumb or a hint why our money is better left in your hands as opposed to someone else who is given the same open-ended answer. Oh, don't worry, we'll figure it out in a month what the best protocol is.
So like I said, we're not interested in investing in Time, Ohm, and Strong. I think our money is best spent as a venture capitalist firm, investing in new projects. So the returns on that can be insane. But VC space is kind of guarded. It's a bunch of big money that groups together to invest in new projects, whereas we're going to be investing in those new ideas, and those returns will be given back to investors.
But why? What are the ideas, right? Like, I know you guys, I guess you're not interested in nodes as a service or DeFi as a service, but what are those? Like, give me something. Call it something. Can you tell me something more than just trust me? I'll figure it out.
It's something we're working on. Yeah, that's a tough question. I appreciate it. There's going to be announcements that come very shortly, but we're thinking long term, and you guys are going to be excited. It's a good question. Someone finally stumped me, and I apologize that I can't give a good answer right now, but I'm happy to research, look into it, and give you that answer and publish it.
Thanks. Again, thank you for having me up here.
Thank
you, Sawyer. Appreciate that. And you know what, guys, just so you know, projects don't always have every question that we ask, but you know, if they can go to, you know, after this AMA, go get a plan together, come out and announce kind of and get that question answered, I'd like to see that too, Sawyer. So I really appreciate that question and you pushing on that. And you know, SF Frankie has a little bit of work to do today after this AMA. So hopefully we'll get that answered, and we'll get it out. You guys will get it out to them.
Sawyer, can you DM me?
There you go.
So I can really look into it for you. I really want to answer that question.
Nice. There you go. And then get that out as soon as possible for everyone, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to know that too. Vonks. Vonks. Do you know how to unmute? Please. You got it.
There we go, guys. Yeah. Firstly, I want to say thanks for having me on. And I really, really love what you guys are doing. I've been involved in the crypto space for about a month now, and it's been a rocky ride to say the least. I I sort of invested in, previously to other sort of venture capitalists for the, the more mainstream stuff, and seeing this, crypto grow, it's really exciting. And what you guys have got is, off the face of it, it seems really good. And I want to sort of push the fact that I think with all these, the rugs and everything going on, I think it's so important for, companies and coins such as yourself to, to put it out there for people to sort of, to build a trust. And I think that, once trust is built and there's these sort of, like the mediums and things where people can really get sort of a gist and an idea of what you guys are building, I think that's so important.
Thank you.
Is there so what you've got planned? Is it this, the mediums, and is there going to be sort of updates to your website with, information on the things that are going to be coming out? I know you said you don't want to do a roadmap, but is there going to be anything that people that haven't listened to this AMA can sort of go to and refer to?
Yeah, a Medium article is going to come out soon, within the next week, and we're always available on Discord for questions. Twitter is going to be active with information. Make sure you follow Omega's personal Twitter. He likes to leak alpha out on there. There is a wealth of information about our project that's available in several spaces.
Cool. Okay. All right. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Vonks. Appreciate you. Vice Tendencies. What's up, Vice Tendencies? Go ahead and unmute, ask the question, and then whenever you guys are done talking, just hit that little person that says move back to the audience so we can get room up here for the next people. Appreciate that.
Hey, how's it going? My question was regarding what was said earlier, when the question was asked, what would happen if the market decided to go to a downtrend? I know they said basically that they would look into the blue chip protocols and projects that are already existing and that have already quote unquote proven themselves. My question would be, yes, that could be a possibility, but what if those things were to anything else that is there anything else that you guys are looking at, maybe physical or something that isn't in the crypto space that could be invested in as a VC that could potentially withhold any kind of crypto downtrend?
Yeah, nothing is out of the question. I mean, the fallback right now would be the blue chips, but taking our investments off chain is a real possibility. We don't know what the market's going to be, but when we get there, we will be able to address it because we have such a strong team. So if we need to move our money off chain to keep it making money, then that is something we're open to. Absolutely.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Vice. Appreciate you. Sawyer, if you can hit that move to audience button, man. I don't want to have to move you down myself because I usually move you into a different room. Oh, you found it. I love you. Thank you so much. Q&T Crab, you got to hit that little green button to come up chat. And then Mike, did you have a question for the team?
I do.
What you got, Mike?
Well, first and foremost, Frankie, I think you've done a great job in the Discord with keeping your patience with some of the flood that's going on there, so I commend you for that.
Thank you.
We've talked on multiple occasions, and I appreciate your insight. So one question I do have is towards the tokenomics. Is there any potential that you can revert that 10% tax on compounding and just change it to where, sales on the token would be taxed by that 10%? Looking at the charts, I know we touched on it a little bit earlier. It's not very attractive. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact of the compounding tax.
Yeah, we're looking into a way to fix that. We don't have the plans in place yet, so we can't announce exactly how that's going to go. But we do, it's not attractive to potential investors, and we understand that. And it's something we would like to change in the future. It's not an easy fix. If somebody has an idea on how to fix it, share it in the suggestions. But I know the team is aware of it and is looking into a way to modify it so it doesn't look so negative on the charts.
Okay. One other question: will there be staking opportunities in the future outside of locking up your tokens in a node?
Maybe. That's all I can say right now.
Okay, and then one last question: is there any potential for a? I'm sorry, two more questions. Is there any potential for a central exchange listing?
Yeah, we've already looked into it. I have both the application for KuCoin and one other one. I can't remember exactly what it is. And I believe.
Gate.io?
What's one?
Gate.io and KuCoin are probably your two best
Yeah. I have
prospects,
a
right?
KuCoin application. I believe Hotbit's a central exchange, but it's not available to customers in the United States. I'm not sure what countries it's also available in. But no, that was something we looked into very early on. It wasn't something we wanted to get involved in right away, but it is planned for the future.
Okay, I think KuCoin would be amazing. Everybody loves KuCoin. And then my last question: you noted towards these new projects where you're a VC and you're onboarding, and there's potential whitelist spots. Do you have any idea on how that's going to play out as far as who would get these whitelist spots? You currently have 11,000 holders. I'm sure there's not going to be 11,000 whitelist spots. Would that be based off a token allocation? Who's holding? Who has nodes? I'm sure it's a tough question, so I'll let you, take the time.
I can't answer that yet. That's still something that we're not ready to make public. But what I can say is holders will be rewarded, definitely.
Awesome. Hey, brother, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for answering questions.
Thanks, you, Mike.
Always a pleasure, brother. BTC LE. Hi, BTC LE. Those eyes scare me. Hopefully the question doesn't.
Yeah, I'm actually a guy, so sorry about the pic. This is from.
Oh, it's all good, man.
NFT
What you
project,
got?
Oh, and it's Eli, but yeah.
Oh.
So I was, I have heard the venture capital term thrown around, and I know that it's like on the Twitter, but when you look at like the actual page for Louverture, it doesn't mention anything about VC. It just talks about like sustainable high yield like passive income. I'm all for VC investments. I mean, maybe a higher risk for a higher reward, but I think the wording may need to be a little updated so that people kind of know what they're getting into, whether they like VC or not, and then also to kind of have that balance of like, hey, we do have these safe investments. What are they? And then also, hey, these are the more risky investments where attributing this amount of capital to the VC side of things.
Yeah, so the website's going to be updated, and it's going to have a place where people looking for funding or for help can apply for that. They can pitch us their project, and then as a community, we get to decide what comes next. So all those updates will come. They're probably coming within the next week. So just keep an eye on that, and everything's going to change.
Awesome. And I know that in the suggestion panel, people have talked about an actual app in the App Store. I don't know how Ring was able to do it and how like they're not shut down yet, but I was able to get my dad who actually brought me back into crypto. I was able to get him a Ring node, set him up a MetaMask, mainly because he might not use MetaMask, but once I was able to set up a Ring node for him in an app, he's able to kind of work it through the app, and it's a little more user friendly. And I think when you talk about like for the people, I feel like that I know there's a lot of red tape to do it, but I think it opens up the doors to some people who may not be necessarily in the crypto space to maybe get a foot in. Is that possible, or do you have any plans on that?
I can relay that suggestion to the dev team, the front end dev team. I don't know the possibilities. I'm surprised Ring was able to do that because the App Store is pretty strict about things like this. I do know that once you get it up and running, the MetaMask browser works just fine for interacting with the protocol. But yeah, we'd love to make it easier, and it's something we can look into, sure.
Yeah, so a little bit about that too. Meta Islands too also has an app too that you can go on. You can actually launch more nodes. You can claim. You can do all that stuff too. So I know there's a lot of some of these projects that are getting into the App Store, and so you definitely want to track that down because that'd be super easy for a lot of us to be able to claim and do things on our phone too. That'd be sweet.
I saw Metal Islands too, thinking about possibly investing, but I think I'll put just more into LVT. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for the time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Eli, appreciate you. Stock Rudy 73. What's up? Okay, we just want to unmute, but we'll give you a second to figure that out. We'll invite some more people over here, guys. So just so you know, we usually give about an hour and 15 minutes for AMAs, but since you guys have so many questions, we have extended it another like 20 minutes. So we're gonna try to get through all these questions. We're doing our best here. We appreciate you guys kind of hanging out and listening, stuff like that. So ZD, can you unmute? There you go. What you got?
Yeah, that I. Hey, I was wondering. It's great that we can create nodes of small sizes, get people in. Eventually, though, especially if people are doing follow-on investments, the node count's going to get quite high, and that seems to be clogging things up. Is there a plan to allow consolidation of nodes at some point?
They're looking into it. It's a pretty big challenge as far as the smart contract goes, but the devs are aware, and it is something that's on their to-do list.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ZD. Great question. Moon NFTs. What you got? All right, Mr. Lawson 116. Can you unmute? Yes.
Can you hear me?
We got you. What you got?
Okay, great. Well, similar to ZD, just because you guys are going to airdrop and I purchased a lot more nodes. I'm now getting close to like 12. So yeah, the merging or consolidation of nodes would be great. But the question is, when you're talking about the investing, is this similar to like launch pads and newer projects? Because I've seen a lot of those, 10x, 40x, 200x. Or are we talking similar like that route?
That's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And
sweet.
Something that hasn't been publicly released yet. As part of that VC, in order to get these companies that we sponsor exposure, we will be starting a podcast. Not sure how frequently we'll be doing it, probably weekly or close to that. But part of us investing in these companies is going to be giving them a platform so they can get the word out. And we have a huge audience, 12,500 people on Discord. So I think that's going to be a pretty big part of this VC journey that we're going on.
Well, that's great. Hey, since I'm still on here, I think launch pads are awesome because I've seen very, very nice returns on those. And then the last thing is, since we have capital, those NFTs for some of these play to earn games. You guys ever think about like sponsorship, like some of those other companies, they buy the NFTs and then they have a manager to allow people in like the Philippines to play the game, and then the company gets a percentage?
If someone comes to us with a good idea that looks feasible and looks like something that will be popular, we'll absolutely consider that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the good question. Appreciate you. Stock, did you figure out how to unmute? It's okay. We're all learning here. No worries. Just gotta hit that little button, my friend. I'm inviting more people up as we speak. And then Moon, why don't you go ahead and push that little person that says move back down the audience? I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Cuss is back. Cuss, did you figure it out? Hold on. Cuss, can you say something, please?
Can you hear me now?
Well, that's just V talking, right? Or is that Cuss talking?
No, that was Cuss.
Cuss, yes,
Can
we
you
hear
hear me?
you. Okay, hit me with it, Cuss.
Oh, what's up? Okay, I got like 5 nodes. So I was wondering, right? Because some of the nodes I don't want to compound all at one time. Whether in the future, whether it be a possibility where we can actually like select, like say 3 nodes and then just compound those, and the other ones we can leave to like claim still and keep stacking.
We've looked into that. It's not an easy thing to do, but we do have some geniuses on our back end dev team. So if it's something that we can implement that's not going to cause, other issues within the smart contract, we'd absolutely be willing to implement it.
Okay, thanks. And I want to tell y'all I love this project and what y'all got going, and I'm all in. I'm aping in.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Just V, what you got, Just V?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, brother.
Right on. What's up, Frankie, Nick? Appreciate all you guys are doing. Been in the Discord for a while. Like I said, the community is great. Quick question about the protocol governance. So in the white paper, it mentions that noders will have some sort of governance model in terms of like protocol allocation. Will that same model be around for, say, like whenever you guys decide to slash rewards? Will noders be able to vote on that as well?
I believe so, yes. Right now, the noders, their voice is going to be within the VC project. As far as the direction the protocol takes, there will be certain things that are put up to vote, yes.
Right on. Awesome. That's all I had, man.
Appreciate you, Jesse. Thank you.
Yep.
Amani. You got a question, Amani?
Hello? Can you
Hello?
guys hear me?
We can
Hello.
hear you.
I just, quick question. Do you guys have plans going multi-chain?
Yes.
Are there certain networks you guys are looking into?
Not that we're going to release quite yet, but multi-chain is in the future.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I mean, there's not many choices, right? You got Binance, you got Phantom, I don't think they're going to launch anything on Ethereum. That would kill everything. HM, what you got, HM?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, awesome. Yeah, actually from Vietnam, so yeah, I'm glad to be here. Just really quick questions on going off from one of the answer that you gave to one of the person before me. You said the best, in your opinion, the best way to go creating the notes is like consider one as a checking account and the other as saving account. So my question is that in the future, would you guys allow people to like add more LVT tokens into the existing nodes that they have, so that they don't have to keep creating more nodes? Does that make sense?
I don't know if that is possible, so I can't answer that question right now. But I don't think that is something we can do. The only way to add more LVT would be to compound.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And then Kursa Tatali, I invited you to speak like 30 minutes ago. You just haven't hit the button, so just hit that button. We'll get you up. Spartan 94, what you got?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, brother. What's up?
Yes. So, first, thanks for choosing me. So my question is, are you guys going to have an About You page for like the team that's like working behind the project? Because like for like Strong Block, we know like the CEO is like David Moss. Are you guys gonna pretty much put your name to the project?
We don't plan to do any direct doxing. We intend to do a KYC with, I believe, 3 members of the core team with RugDoc.
Oh, okay. All right, that was about it.
Thanks.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
thank
you. I just want to point out there has been not one female up here to ask a question. I know there's some ladies in the audience. Please feel free to ask questions. This is just all dudes asking questions. I don't have a problem with it, but we gotta diversify with different things going on. So, Joe 185, what you got?
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
It's hard, but we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually from London, UK. So my question is what are doing for more exposure? Because I found this
broke up
project.
there, Joe. Joe, you want to start again? You broke up. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I said I'm actually from London, UK, and there is quite a exposure about the project. So what I'm asking and then is any plan to have more so more people can know about the project like here?
I think what you're saying is about more exposure
in the UK.
Yes.
in the UK.
Yes, in the UK.
I don't know about direct advertising to the UK, but pretty much everywhere we advertise is available globally. And that's why we went to China, because they don't get to see what's on Twitter. As far as UK direct advertising, I don't know if there's plans for that. We're just kind of opening up to the whole world. We do have a paid marketing team, marketing and advertising experts. I've seen their portfolios. They're probably overqualified for a DeFi project, but they're so excited about it that they're willing to work on it. So expect more exposure in the coming days, weeks, as we continue to grow.
Okay. My second question is, I know we are currently on the Avalanche network. Is there any plan in the future to be on maybe another network? XRP Ledger is it's got a lot of
yes,
huge.
Yeah, I
trading there.
just answered that one, and the answer is yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. Let's go with Duck Go 239. What's up, Duck?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Good. What you got?
Not much. And everybody have a good Christmas?
Yeah, hopefully it gets better, but what's going on with you, my friend? What you got?
Quick question. Two questions, actually. So I started up my node about 6 days ago, and I compounded every day, and I just wanted to see how easy it was to cash out yesterday, and I lost all my bonus money. There's really not a definitive timeline on the node tier system, so can you give a little better detail on when you lock in those bonuses?
So are you saying you lost your bonus multiplier?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's the whole point. That's what pushes you to compound. As you compound, the multiplier goes up. So there's beta, delta, alpha, sigma, and omega levels. But the penalty for claiming when you're compounding is you lose that bonus. It's in the white paper. We put out some literature and graphics on that. Nick, can you share it in the general chat so he can see it? Basically,
so I have
level,
it up on my computer, the no tier system where it shows it. So just for clarification, because I didn't read that part. I know that you lose it, but so is it after you compound? Let's say you compound for 10 days, hypothetically speaking. Once you claim, it then restarts it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was my question. And then I have one other question aside from that.
Yeah.
The rewards at 7%, like most, they have like a decaying reward system. Is that something you guys plan on implementing? And if so, when?
Yeah. It's something that's coming soon.
Okay.
7% is just not sustainable at current levels. It's going to be a variable reward system. So we're going to dial it back, and then as our investments are successful, we increase it for the investor.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's. Have you guys heard of Anola?
I have not. No.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds good, man. Appreciate you taking my questions.
Thank you, Duck. Appreciate
Thanks.
you. Forever Known. What you got, Forever Known?
Hey, what's happening? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Sweet. All right, cool. So I wanted to say I am invested in this project. I've been in crypto for about 5 years. So I'm just, my questions I'm asking today are not to target anybody, but just to kind of get some information. The first question is, the marketing strategy that you guys deployed in China was, I know it was kind of coming off a little concerning to a lot of people, given that it's banned in China. Excuse me. And I know that a lot of people, had voiced their concerns about, it not being successful, which, as Frankie has said earlier, was not successful. Now, I wanted to know, because I haven't been able to find or locate anything, but are there transcripts showing what the money was used for?
Not public, no.
Is there a way to make that public?
I'll have to check with the team and get back to you.
Because I think there's a lot of us, once that happened, I did see the gradual price decrease, and I think a lot of that has to do with us, wanting a little bit of transparency of, kind of letting us know where things are going. I know the team's been pretty good about that,
Yeah,
for the
we
most part.
we try and share as much as we can.
Okay. And now I did want to ask do you know if Omega is attending this AMA, or because I know he's not up here speaking, but maybe if he's on the sideline speaking, referring to you guys to answer some questions, or is it just you guys?
It's just us.
Okay. No, 'cause I know a lot of the questions that were being asked, you would say, well, I'll have to refer to Omega and get back to you, which I understand is a typical, practice, but was just kind of wondering if there's a way to have him in here without him revealing his, identity and coming up and talking.
He will eventually, but I mean, he pays me to be the voice of
No,
LVT,
absolutely.
and so that's exactly what I'm doing. He's busy, hard at work. They're working around the clock. Most of us haven't really slept much in weeks, and he's on the other side of the world, so he's in a different time zone. So scheduling issues, plus, this is my job, so that's why I'm up here, and I think I'm able to answer most people's questions. So.
And you've been doing a great job, and that actually follows up to my third question. Is I know you said earlier you had a 9 to 5 still. What will take precedence in the occurrence where this may take up or consume more of your time? I'm just curious as to see what the kind of the top guy that we're able to speak with, what his commitment level is.
I mean, I can get away with working on this project while I'm at work. So as long as it's not affecting my job performance at work, I don't have any plans to quit. I also like going outside every once in a while, and with this job, you're kind of glued to your computer screen, whereas in my normal job, I get to interact with people in real life. And this is all very new to me, working in the crypto sphere. I know Rob, he's the one that got me into all of this. He's made it. He figured out what to do. So I'm still in that discovery phase, testing it all out. I can tell you that I make more doing this than I do at my regular job. But it would be irresponsible of me to walk away from the great career that I have after just a week or two of doing this. So I definitely would consider it in the future. I love doing this. It's fun. It's great. But I also love my job and everything that comes along with it. So if this continues to grow and explode, I would absolutely make this my career. But I definitely spend more than 40 hours a week doing this. I'm a pretty busy guy these days.
I understand that. And the real reason I ask is because I do understand that this is essentially your first project that you're kind of managing, and not that you're doing a bad job. You're doing a great job, in my opinion. But I do wonder like what level of professionalism that you have, or what you need to learn from here to make this project one of the best projects like Strong.
I mean, I'm learning every day. I'm the type that learns as I go. I don't learn by studying. I don't learn by taking notes, watching videos. I have to do it to learn. That's my learning style. So being, thrown into the fire and thrown to the wolves, or whatever it is that you'd say, that's the best way for me to learn, to grow, to understand things. So for me, as it grows, I continue to grow.
I get that, man. I'm not trying to say that you're not a smart guy or anything. I just when there's I guess big following behind a project, the investors like myself like to kind of understand like what is on the mind of the team, and that's all I'm trying to figure out is like what level of like maybe degree that a team member might have that will help this project go above and beyond, to get to that extra milestone.
So other people on the team, I'm not the team, the whole team. There's plenty of people on this team that are doing this full-time, 100%, do not have another job. This is their only job. So the commitment is there. We have loads of people in the background that are working more than 40, 60, 80 hours a week. If you see my presence in the Discord, it's 24/7 almost, except for when I'm sleeping. So questioning my commitment would be a mistake, I think, because this is
No,
I
I
eat,
think
sleep, and
I don't think he's questioning. I think he's just trying to just figure out who is running.
gauge
But
where
very, very solid questions. You know, I do think, as said Frankie, if he's, you know, if he gets to the level, you know, if he keeps following in the sensei's footsteps and showing him how to make money in crypto, I think he'll be retiring from his day job pretty soon here. But we do have just maybe about 10 other questions I want to get through. I know we've been here an hour and 45 minutes, so let's get through those. Forever known, great questions, man. We appreciate you coming and asking those.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
Just a
And,
heads up, guys. My AirPods are about to die, so I might have to switch to my laptop speaker.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we have been on here a while, but we're almost done. Freyas, what you got, really quickly?
Hey guys, so have you thought about implementing a burning or a redistribution mechanism for the token?
Yes.
Because the way I see it, if everybody holds two nodes, and those nodes get highly stacked, you want to realize some profits. And if everybody wants to realize his profits or her profits, the price is ultimately going to tank, right? Or am I missing something?
Sorry, it broke up a little bit, and I didn't hear. Can you repeat?
You want one more time, Freyas, please?
Do you have something planned to go against the constant selling pressure?
Yeah, that's the mechanism, right?
Say that again, Rob.
No, I think, is he talking about trying to avoid selling pressure? That's what the compounding mechanism.
Yeah, the compounding mechanism, but burns and buybacks are also something that probably will happen in the future.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Freyas. Courtney, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's Courtney.
Thank you. I wasn't gonna try to butcher it. So what you got going?
Yeah, I'll try to be quick. First of all, thank you guys. I understand the level of effort to bring a project like this takes. So I just want to say that from the community, I want you to win. You know, there's a lot of people that want you to win. So just showing gratitude there. And then I think you've already addressed this, but one thing that I think would be helpful to the community is if you guys can figure out a way to consolidate nodes, because as you know, a lot of folks are like, okay, let me create a node, see what happens. Let me create another one. So I'm not sure the percentage of people that have multi-nodes, but I'm sure it's probably higher than it's lower. So that's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I addressed this in another question. It's a pretty challenging issue as far as a developer issue in the smart contract. I can't promise it'll happen, but it is being considered and being looked at. They're figuring out if there is a solution for it.
Okay. And then my next question was, have you guys thought about a stable coin backing that removes like sell pressure? So it would be an option to compounding, but I think if you guys have discussed creating a stable coin, that would keep people from selling off, you know, immediately after cashing out. Does that make sense?
I know it's something that's been talked about behind the scenes. As far as whether or not it's something we're going to go with, I can't comment on that because it's still a developing project and situation. But yeah, we're looking at all angles, seeing what's best for the protocol, and I can tell you that it has been talked about.
Okay, cool. And then decisions related to the VC, you said that's decided by the community. Is that going to be done through a DAO, or are we still too early to have that information?
It's too early for that information.
Okay.
It'll all come out in that Medium article, most likely.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let's go with Moon NFTs. I know you were up here. I can't remember if you got a question in, but what you got, Moon?
Yeah, I just have a quick question. With the compounding feature, if I compound for 120 days, I'll have like 1.5 billion tokens. Where are these tokens coming from? Is the token supply infinite, or how are they generated?
The token supply is finite. They are locked up when you create a node and then redistributed via rewards. But buybacks and burns aren't out of the question.
Right. So how am I getting this 1.5 billion in 120 days?
Are you doing the right math on that, man? How big is your
Yeah,
node? You're not doing the right math, man. How much?
Yeah.
Is your node?
I start with 120,000 tokens, and I'm using the calculator.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
your math is off.
Yeah, man, your math is way off. I have like 4 nodes. One's 3.5 million, one's 2.5 million, and one's what's called, and I'm not even close to that. So you got to go back to that calculator and figure out what you're doing there because you're way off, my friend.
That calculator's wrong then.
Yeah. Well, maybe the way that you're doing the math, but it's definitely off. If you have 120,000 node, yeah, it's going to take you maybe a couple years or a couple lifetimes to reach a billion tokens. But just go back to that, and we're almost here, guys. We have like 10 more questions. So, Moon NFTs, is that all you got, my friend? You good?
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate you, bro. Dwayne, what you got, Dwayne?
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, brother.
Hey, so I joined, or I bought a couple nodes when I first, like, I somehow stumbled across it on Twitter, and I seen they had just launched like 4 hours before. So I went ahead and got into it. But when I was first creating my nodes, it like, you remember that approve feature, and you had to approve it, and I don't know, it was super weird.
Yep.
So I did that, and I created like, I kept creating nodes. Well, it wouldn't load, right? Like it wouldn't pop up. Well, I ended up making like 5 or 6 nodes, and I made a bunch of them like super small, like just like the minimum or whatever. I didn't really know how to do it at first, and then I made one big node. Well, is there any way that I can like or in the future maybe like combine all of them in? Because I only want 2, like you were saying, like a checking and a savings. But I accidentally in the very beginning made like 5 or 6. So is there any like?
It's something we're looking into. It's a challenge as far as programming goes in the smart contract. But if it is something we can figure out how to deploy, we absolutely will.
Maybe there's a feature where you can cash out your node and then move it into, I don't know, but something to look at.
Yeah. There's people much smarter than me that are working like that.
Thank God. I'm just messing with you, bro.
No, shut up, bro.
Hey, so guys, there are 3 of you I've invited up to speak, but you haven't hit that little green button at the top. So you got to hit that green button if you want to come up here, please. Dwayne, was that all you got, my friend? Lester figured it out. I love you, Lester. Thank you. Dwayne, you got anything else, my friend?
No, sir. I appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Happy holidays. The Campanator. Oh fuck, I can't read. What you got?
Campanator, man. What's up?
Thank you, man. I got it right. Okay. What you got?
So I was wondering, what is you guys' like milestone, like future goal that you want to see in the company when it comes to like market cap? Do you want to see like 100 million in the market cap, 200 million in the market cap, and like where do you want to see it go in price range? Like the 1 cent, 10 cents, 50 cents, $1.
I mean, a dollar would be great. That's $1 billion market cap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Omega said before, we're gunning for 3 Arrows Capital. I mean, we want to be that big. We don't think small. We think big. We don't dream big. We're putting all of our time, effort, knowledge into this to grow as big as humanly possible. This space is really starting to take off. The DeFi world is the future of finance. And we want to be one of, the OG companies that people talk about, with the fresh idea that is duplicated by everyone.
Exactly. Because I mean, I've seen like the Thor nodes, I see strong nodes. They just came out not too long ago, and they're already like 100 million market cap, 200 million market cap. Like pretty quickly. My last question is, what would happen, or is it possible that this project can go back to where it started at zero, basically nothing, no value at all?
If everybody stopped compounding and creating nodes today, they would have to run through 520 something million tokens in rewards before it goes back.
Okay.
So the likelihood of everyone abandoning it,
crash it. Yeah. We as a whole would have to crash the project, and I don't think
it wouldn't be up to us.
Yeah, it's up to the holders.
Okay. All right, guys, you better hold on, man. Be bullish.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, just so I know, there's a lot of people that have never been inside the Cryptonaires Discord. Guys, we called Thor, Power, LVT, Vapor nodes all in the first days that they came out. We brought that information to our people, and so if you guys want to get in these projects early, this is we talk to all these projects behind the scenes, and we do all this stuff. So Anyways, my sugar, I know you're back with a good question, so I'm gonna go to you really quickly. What you got?
Thanks. So my question is governance from the holders going to be what decides what you invest in and divest in, or is that going to be decided
Yes.
on your teams?
As far as divestments go, I don't know the answer to that, and I'm not going to make one up. But investments, yes, you'll have a voice.
Okay. When looking for percentages versus time invested in whatever venture capital opportunities you're looking into, what is the percentage versus time invested that you're looking at?
I don't have the answer to that question yet because the details aren't quite public on the VC side.
All right. So if you guys are looking for different investments in other spheres outside of crypto, are you guys looking into those things like athletes, esports? Are you looking into real estate? What are some of the things you guys are looking into?
Initially, no. Our focus is on DeFi first, but as we continue to grow, I mean, if we grow to the size of something like 3 Arrows, then none of that would be out of the question. But we want to focus on DeFi to start.
Okay. All right. Those are my questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, my friend. All right. I think Lester's been waiting a while. What you got, Lester? Lester Duster, gotta hit the unmute button and we can hear your question. All right, while you figure that out, your Bueno Rubio, do you have a question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yo, Ruben Rubio. What's up, Ruben Rubio?
Hello, man. Hello, guys. How are you doing? Good.
Good.
I'm calling you from Spain. I've been invested in your project since the beginning, and I got some questions for you. If you can reply me, please. I would like to know if you guys are expecting to create something like some information for us that would be important to have, like how many LVTs are in circulation or how many LVTs are rewarded every day.
All of that info is public. $1 billion in circulation. Rewards are paid out 7% per day. If you look at the total value locked and put 7% behind that, that shows you the rewards paid out per day, excluding the multipliers. There's no real way to calculate who is in the bonus and receiving those bonus rewards, but you get a pretty good idea if you take the TVL times 7%.
Yeah, no, of course. But I mean, I think it would be better for the user if you have like not keeping me like calculating all this stuff, just to know exactly.
They're planning to put more stats on the landing page.
Okay, so when you talk in the white paper, you say that you're investing like 20% of the money into the treasury. Is it okay?
Yes.
Is it right? Are you gonna provide us with information about where are you investing this money, in which coins or stable coins or anything?
Those investments are going to go directly to the VC project that's about to be announced.
Okay, so if excuse me if I ask many questions, I would like to know also. Okay, if you are gonna become a VC project, investing in other projects, you know all these VCs. Way of monetize and survive in time. It takes ages to understand if these projects become successful or not. So how are you gonna keep the project alive? Where you have any revenue model to make the project survive by itself, or what is your idea?
I mean, we're going to give them exposure, expertise, money. We're going to do everything we can to help them survive and thrive. More details on the VC project are coming. I can't share too much at the moment.
Okay, but I would like to ask you guys if it's possible to, in my opinion, you are doing a great. Yeah, sorry, guys. The last thing, you're doing a great job, but I think some things should need to be clear because there are many things about the project that are not clear enough, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you very much. And
Thank you, man. Remember, it's 14 days old, guys. They're working on all this stuff behind the scenes. They got 25 people working on it. They're going to get more clear very soon here. This Medium article is going to come out. It's going to spell out a lot of stuff too. So, let's give them some time. We'll have them back here too, maybe in a couple weeks for an update. But, let's give them a little bit of time. Lester, what you got?
thank you.
Yeah, hi guys. A lot of the problems people have in regards to missing nodes, but the problem I had was with my first compound, which went missing with the rewards. Just wondering, like, how you're going to sort that.
So for the rewards that went missing, bonus multiplier and bonus rewards, unfortunately, the way that the migration worked, pending rewards were lost for people. We had to take a snapshot and then implement that with Node Manager V2. So that's the reason we did the bonus promotion after the migration.
Right, okay. I missed that. So it's not something I could sort out with Nick then, it's just done and dusted with now.
It is, yeah.
Okay, right, no problem.
Thanks, Lester. Yeah, just
Thank you.
message Nick. Abuse him. No, just kidding. Be nice to Nick. He's a good guy. Ghostly Jungle. What's up, Ghostly?
Hey, how we doing, guys? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yep. Awesome. Well, no, appreciate you guys' time. Congrats again for the start of a successful project. Just wanted to ask. I know Frankie's probably heard my voice a little bit in the chat. On the last few days. I'm very new. There's some question in my mind. For completely new people who barely know anything about crypto, maybe, some crypto buddy of theirs is like, hey, you should do this, helps get them set up, but then they're completely clueless. And, maybe you're just a little bit skeptical of different things. And so I know the white pages has fantastic documentation. I know there's a lot of good information that can be found online, but is there a plan going forward, whether it's through video or additional website addition or the upcoming articles that you guys kind of discussed, to maybe give completely new people to the space a little more security and understanding of not only the project, but crypto in general?
So yeah, we have what we've put out there. There's also been some content creators that have made some wonderful videos that really give a step-by-step guide of how to get in. They give a good background on the project. We love our community, and I think they're a great resource for new investors. You can find all of our links. I'll share some. There's a couple videos that were made that really spell it out in plain English for people that we can share again in the Discord and maybe on Twitter as well to get more exposure.
There's
Awesome.
talked about podcasts, maybe weekly or something from Frankie.
I mean, we can touch on things like that with the podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the first of many, I guess you call them media appearances that we plan to do. There's a lot more coming.
Absolutely. And again, definitely know. I know again you've seen me a few times in the general chat. Nothing against the project. I just saw some people that sounded completely oblivious, whether they've seen the white pages or not. And I know some other general chat users maybe kind of bashing them a bit and things like that. So I was just wondering, kind of just doing my own research, thinking maybe there could be additional ways we could provide all that type of information other than the white pages to those people. So I appreciate your time. And again, congrats on the successful launch.
Definitely.
Well said, man. All right, Mr. Get Better. I know you're up here again. What you got?
Hi there, guys. Can you hear me? Am I loud? Am I clear?
Yep.
5x5.
Beautiful. Okay. I'm new to crypto. I've been in the Discord for a while now, and I've seen the point raised that this project, LVT, has one of the highest liquidity to market cap ratios. Now, my question is that good? Is that bad? What does that mean?
Rob, can you help me with that?
As far as wait, so you're talking about
The liquidity to MCAP ratio.
Yes. Yes.
No, I really don't understand exactly what he's asking. So you're asking, is it good that they have liquidity in the project? Obviously, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the market cap of the project is right now. Do you know? Do you have the numbers?
It's around 5 million right now, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on. On the web, it says 6.675 on the total. I mean, I'm just refreshed the site. It means the project has liquidity, and so the project has money. That is good. I mean, when that falls too much, like a lot of these DAOs, right? They have the price is 300, but the actual backing per price is like 100. That's really bad, right? And so you definitely want to make sure the project does have liquidity. And so it sounds like they're doing what they need to be doing, and it's working.
There's
what
a
it sounds like.
large chunk of that liquidity that's locked 5 years
Yeah.
as well. So there's a higher baseline that a lot of projects have because no one can touch that liquidity.
Gotcha. Thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Thank you much.
Yeah, so that is good. And so Retro TX and Kurt Salatzi. I mean, Kurt, you just got to press the green button on the top. You've been waiting here for an hour. Just press the green button, please. And then Hustling Crypto, what you got? And then there's 2 other questions, and then we're ending it, guys. All right?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yep.
I want to say, Crypto Sensei, thank you for having me on here. And SF Frankie, you're doing a pretty good job, man. The question that I have, I heard your response that the 7% rewards will be dialing back until we get the investments going into those protocols and start seeing some of those rewards come back. And then the interest rate can fluctuate. My only question is this right here, because in the bear market, you said you're going to invest more into blue chip protocols and projects. My question is there any projects that Louverture is looking to work with in the future? Meaning like Strong, they took on a Polygon Matic, and they're incentivizing their people in the choice of Polygon or Strong, I believe. Is there anything that works like that in the future or plans like that? I know it's still a new project, but is there any plans like that to work with any particular protocol?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what the whole VC thing is all about. Investing in other protocols. As far as partnering with like the blue chips and the bigger ones, it's not out of the question. It's not something we have planned right now. But in order to be successful, you have to be agile. You have to be adaptable. And so if a partnership presents itself that will benefit the protocol, we will absolutely consider it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know you said you want to invest into smaller projects, the ones that have a ridiculous return. And I just thought that might be nice because I know there's a lot of DeFi projects that's popping up, and it would be nice, a good idea if there was a partnership and it works where actually people can actually use the Louverture platform to actually earn rewards from a different project. But thanks for answering my question. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Suro, what you got, Suro? Suro Tulio. 00. All right, will you figure out how to unmute? We're going to go back to Tyler. What's up, Tyler? Okay. Tyler's MIA. The Companionator's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
What you got?
I just want to bring a concern to you.
Okay. Concerns are good. What you got?
It glitches out. Like whenever I want to try to change the name to a note, it glitches out and I have to pay for the little fee, but it doesn't do it.
Yeah, so sometimes on our website, we've had a lot of tickets about this. When you approve a compound and your MetaMask goes through, sometimes it's just a UI bug. So I've had it where I waited like 3 minutes or so, depending on the AVAX network, to wait for my compound rewards to refresh, my bonus to go up, or my claim amount. So if you see your MetaMask go through, I'd say the biggest thing is just to wait a couple minutes, clear your cache, refresh your browser, and wait a couple minutes, and then we kind of go through there after a ticket if it still continues.
Yeah, like I did that, all those steps, and it didn't do it. And then the second time I did it with another one, it actually changed the name to another node, a different one, which is kind of weird. Or
can you submit a ticket to us and we can?
Yeah, they can get into this. Is there a question though about it, or is it just a personal problem that you're having?
No, I'm just bringing it to you guys, let you guys know.
Oh, perfect. Nice.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right. So, Suratilio, you're like our last question because Kurt Talia cannot figure out how to hit the green button. So, what is your last question? Hopefully, it's a good. Barely. We heard like 3 words in can or 2 words in can. Yeah. Try it again.
How about there? Is that better?
That's better.
A little bit, yeah.
We found some service.
Okay. First of all, Merry Christmas. Great team. It seems like you guys are doing it the right way. My question is more on a little bit further down on the VC, being a VC company. Are the holders or the node holders going to have access or be aware of the percentage, how it's distributed across the gems that are going to be invested in?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, so we'll know. Okay, we'll have 50% in this, or 3% in that, 15% in that, and kind of be able to watch the portfolio as it's moving along.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of publicly available info on this VC just quite yet. It's a
I
growing
understand.
new project, but transparency is one of our core values.
And
We
what I
want you
really
guys to
liked
see
about
what
this
your
project,
money's doing.
what I really liked about what you guys are doing is that it's something new. It's something that nobody has really done, and it's allowing the people from the bottom to come back up. So I'm gonna huddle and keep on getting nodes.
Compound, compound, compound.
Yes,
Compound
sir.
is the
All
new
right.
word of the day. All right, guys. Well, hey, that
Thanks
was a hell
again.
of an AMA. That 2 hours and 10 minutes. Frankie, Nick, do you guys have any last things to say to the audience about maybe anything we can look forward to over the next couple of days? What we should be looking out for? How you want to end this?
Look out for the Medium article. That's Omega's baby. He likes to communicate via that medium. And UI updates are coming. Updates to everything are coming soon. Join the Discord if you haven't, and just keep compounding. We love you guys. It's been awesome to do this. I've never done anything like this before, and to see 1,000 people in the audience was amazing.
No, that was our biggest audience so far in the AMA. Nicolas, what do you got?
Yeah, so just just to reinforce his points, join the Discord. I mostly help on the support side, so if any worries, you guys can come directly to me. Create a ticket first, and if the mods can't help you, I do oversee those. So I will be there, but yeah, just know that we have a lot coming from the team, and our team's ever growing. So a lot more to come.
Fantastic, guys. And if you guys want to know about these projects before they actually happen, this is what we do here at Cryptonaires. We find these projects, we partner with them, and we bring you the information. So feel free to reach out to us, sign up if you'd like. If not, you have the LVT Discord and a lot of information there. Appreciate you all staying for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. You guys have a very happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Love somebody, love your family, give people hugs, show some love and support. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for the AMA.
Thank you for having us, Sensei. I can't call you that. Rob, sorry. This is awesome. Sensei's the guy that showed me the light. Anyone can be where I am right now if you just hustle and push. This has been a dream, and I'm happy to do this again.
Definitely. Awesome, brother. We'll have you guys back for an update once we find out more about the secret project. I got to go bug Omega about telling me some stuff, but he's holding strong on that. So we'll see. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.